Right now, somewhere on Earth, there is one person who is deadlier than everyone else alive. There always has been, in every century, every era, all the way back to the beginning. And here's the messed up part. If you line them all up, from the caveman to today, the deadliest human keeps getting weaker, softer hands, smaller muscles, and a way bigger body count. So tonight, you're going to become each one of them. And by the end, you'll understand why the deadliest human alive right now has probably never thrown a punch in their life. Open your eyes. It's 10,000 BC, and you are the strongest man within 100 miles, which sounds impressive, until you realize there are only about 40 people within 100 miles. This is your entire world. One lagoon, one camp, 27 people you've known your whole life, and you're about to kill 10 of them. Because here's what nobody tells you about the quote-unquote peaceful Stone Age. It was statistically the most murderous time in human history. In some prehistoric communities, up to 1 in 5 people died violently, not from lions, not from disease, from other humans. Percentage-wise, you are living through a bigger bloodbath than both world wars combined. Your weapon? A rock, maybe a wooden club if you fancy. Killing one single human takes everything you have, your full strength, your full attention, and you have to be close enough to smell them. This is the most personal murder will ever be. We know because we found one of your victims. A man frozen in the Alps for 5,000 years, shot in the back with an arrow, ambushed mid-meal. But when scientists checked each IS gear, they found the blood of 4 different people on his knife and arrows. The murder victim was a serial killer. That's the Stone Age. Everyone is the deadliest human alive, until they meet the next one, but your reign has a limit. No matter how strong you are, you can only kill what your arms can reach. To become deadlier than that, humanity needs to invent something terrible. It needs to invent followers. Blink. 800 years pass. Open your eyes again. You're on a horse in Central Asia, and you haven't personally swung a weapon in years. You don't need to. You're Genghis Khan. And you're about to discover the cheat code that changes murder forever. You don't have to touch anyone. You just have to say words, and cities disappear. Here's how absurd your power is. When one city resists you, you don't just defeat it. You assign your soldiers homework. 50,000 men, and each one is ordered to execute 24 civilians. That's the system. Murder, with a quota. Chroniclers wrote that when your army finished with one city, they killed the cats and the dogs too. Not for food, for completeness, and the numbers stop making sense. 40 million people die because of your campaigns. That's roughly 10% of every human being alive on the planet. You will never see 99% of their faces. Most of them die in places you never visit, on orders you gave once, months earlier, from a tent. And here's the part that sounds fake, but isn't. You kill so many people that the earth itself changes. Farmland across Asia goes silent. Forests grow back over abandoned fields and empty villages, sucking roughly 700 million tons of carbon out of the atmosphere. Scientists can see it in the climate record. You are the first human being in history to cool the planet through murder. The first man-made climate change wasn't factories, it was you. Even your death is a body count. Your funeral escort kills everyone it meets on the road. Anyone who sees the procession dies, so that no living person can ever say where you're buried. It works. 800 years later, we still haven't found your grave, but you have one weakness. Your killing is loud. Armies, sieges, smoke, you can see for miles. The whole world knows exactly who you are. The next deadliest human, nobody will see coming, because he kills with a piece of cloth, and he says sorry to no one, because in his mind, every murder is saving the world. Open your eyes. There's a campfire in front of you, and a merchant named Ashraf is laughing at your joke. You know his wife's name. You know his son is sick. You know he's carrying 11 days of your fake friendship in his heart, and 40 gold coins in his belt. He trusts you completely. You picked this campsite 3 days ago. The graves are already dug. They're 20 steps behind him, under the tamarind tree. And Ashraf has been sitting next to them all evening, without knowing. Around the fire, your brothers are laughing too, one sitting beside each traveler, perfectly spaced. You've all done this so many times it looks like nothing. And tucked in your sleeve you feel it, a yellow handkerchief with a silver coin knotted into the corner. The coin is the whole trick. It gives the cloth weight, so when it whips around a man's throat, it carries itself into your other hand. One motion. You've practiced on clay dummies since you were a boy. Then someone by the fire says the signal phrase. An innocent sentence about tobacco, and your body moves before your mind does. The cloth is around Ashraf's neck. Your knee is in his back. He doesn't even get a sound out. None of them do. And the loudest thing in the camp is the fire crackling. 40 seconds. 9 travelers stop existing. To the rest of the world, this caravan simply never arrives. No bodies, no witnesses, no crime. All across India, people are whispering that the roads themselves are swallowing men whole. And here's what's happening inside your head while you tighten the cloth: gratitude. You believe, genuinely, completely, that every soul you take delays the goddess of destruction from ending the world. Ashraf isn't a victim to you, he's an offering. You are strangling your friend to buy humanity more time. You will do this 931 times. And you will sleep beautifully after every single one, because in your accounting you have 931 good deeds. So how does this end? A cell? A rope? No. When the British finally close in, you sell them your entire brotherhood, and the deadliest pair of hands in recorded history walks free. Not one day of punishment, but your record has an asterisk. 931 took you 50 years. The next deadliest human is about to pass 500 kills in under 100 days. Alone. In the dark, at 40 degrees below zero. Open your eyes. Actually, just one eye. The other one is pressed against nothing. No scope, no glass. Because you figured out that a sniper scope reflects sunlight, and a single glint of glass out here is a death sentence. You're Simo Hehe. 5'3", a quiet Finnish farmer who never wanted this. The Soviet Union just invaded your country with almost 500,000 men, and your response is to disappear into the snow and start deleting them. Your setup is insane. You're buried in a snowdrift, in temperatures that freeze exposed skin in minutes. You pack the snow in front of your rifle so the muzzle blast doesn't reveal you, and you keep snow inside your mouth. Because on a silent battlefield at 40 below, your own breath is a smoke signal. You are fighting a war where exhaling can kill you. The result? Over 500 confirmed kills in under 100 days. On your best day, you kill 25 men before dinner. The Soviets get so desperate to kill one single farmer, they start calling in artillery strikes. On you, specifically. Entire barrages, dedicated to one man they have never seen. They fire cannons at a rumor. And then, 1 week before the war ends, a Soviet bullet finally finds you. An exploding round, straight into your jaw. It takes off half your face. You fall into a coma, and you wake up 7 days later. And here's the detail that sounds scripted. The day you open your eyes is the day the war ends. You live to 96. And when someone finally asks if you feel remorse, you give one sentence: I did what I was told to do, as well as I could. 500 kills. And it's still not the top, because you had to see every single man you killed. The final deadliest human doesn't even need to look. Open your eyes one last time. Fluorescent lights. A chair with wheels. An office. This is it. This is the deadliest human in history. No rock, no horse, no handkerchief, no rifle, a desk, and a key. Right now, deep underground, there are ordinary people, some in their 20s, sitting shifts in missile silos and submarines. 2 keys turned at the same time. That's the entire physical act. Less effort than opening a can of soda, and the warheads at their fingertips carry more destructive power than every army in this video. Every sword ever swung, every bullet ever fired. Combined. The caveman needed all his strength to kill one man. This person could pass 40 million. Genghis Khan's lifetime record. Before their coffee gets cold. And the darkest part? We already came within one opinion of it happening. In 1983, a Soviet officer's screen told him American missiles were incoming. Protocol said, report it, launch the response. He had minutes. He looked at the screen and decided it felt wrong. He reported a malfunction. He was right. One man's gut feeling is the only reason this video has viewers. So look at the pattern one more time. The deadliest human started as the strongest man alive and became someone who never needs to stand up. Every era, the muscles got smaller, the distance got bigger, and the number got unthinkable. We didn't get better at fighting, we got better at not having to. And here's the thought that should keep you up tonight. Every person in this video was considered normal by the people around them. A farmer, a traveler, an officer at a desk, which raises a much darker question. Not who the deadliest human was, but what the person sitting at that desk right now is thinking. And if history's biggest killers looked normal, what did history's most powerful liars look like? That's the next video. The greatest lies that changed history. You'll want to see number 1.